Listening to these ideas, the way you think about your life will completely change. In the flow of time, our real life is continually evolving with many new things, awakening the human soul with new experiences, new challenges. It creates motivation and drives individuals to reach the pinnacle of understanding. However, this isn't an easy journey. To reach dreams and aspirations, humans must overcome hardships and challenges. In reality, life isn't always rosy because failures, anxieties, and fears are necessary for us to grow and understand the values that life brings. The great philosopher Epictetus once thought, "We can't choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Therefore, if you want to change your life, you must start by changing your thoughts. Sit down and listen to these ideas with us, and you will grasp how to change the way you think about life as a whole. 1. Believe in yourself. Stoic philosophy teaches that believing in oneself is a key that unlocks the door to changing one's perspective on life. When we have faith in our abilities, we face challenges with mental resilience and determination. Believing in oneself means recognizing one's own value. This action contributes to creating an optimistic and positive soul, enabling individuals to stand strong in the face of life's difficulties and challenges. Consider the story of a group of frogs traveling through a forest, two of which suddenly fall into a deep hole. As the rest of the frogs above look down into the gaping hole, they tell the unfortunate pair that there is no way out. However, the two frogs pay no heed to the group's words and attempt to jump out of the hole. Observing their efforts, the remaining frogs criticize their unsuccessful attempts. Because of these discouraging words, one frog at the bottom of the hole gives up, even jumping to a deeper place to end its life sooner. However, the other frog doesn't surrender. Instead of heeding the words of its companions and sitting quietly at the bottom of the hole, it persists in jumping as high as possible. Once again, the frogs above the hole shout that it shouldn't torment itself any longer, claiming that its futile efforts could result in a broken leg. The resilient frog disregards the negative advice of its companions and continues to strive tirelessly. In one of its leaps, it unexpectedly soars out of the hole. At that moment, the group of frogs gathers around and asks,
"Didn't you hear what we said?"
The frog remains calm and replies,
"I'm deaf. I thought you were cheering me on all along."
This stubborn frog ignored the negative words of its companions, choosing to trust in itself. It's not hard to recognize that believing in oneself is a continuous process requiring patience and perseverance. However, I can assert to you that every step in this journey is worthwhile. It's the crucial element that lifts you from difficulties and at the same time unlocks the door to new opportunities, new discoveries about oneself and life. Let faith become the motivating force propelling us to new heights, transforming our lives and enriching our souls. 2. Don't delay. Have you ever heard the story called Preparing for the Journey? There was a venerable monk who wanted to go study in a distant place. The abbot asked,
"When will you leave?"
I will leave next week. It's a long journey, and I have asked someone to weave a pair of straw sandals for me. Once I have the sandals, I will set out on my journey.
Upon hearing the disciple's response, the abbot pondered for a moment and then said,
"If that's the case, I will ask the lay people to donate sandals for you."
It's unclear how many people the abbot spoke to, but on that day, dozens of people brought sandals to donate, filling a corner of the meditation room. The next morning, someone brought an umbrella as a gift for the monk. The monk asked,
Why is the believers giving me an umbrella?
The abbot said that,
"You're preparing to go far, there may be heavy rain on the way, so I asked the believers if they could give you an umbrella."
However, on that day, it wasn't just that person who brought an umbrella. By the evening, about 50 umbrellas of various kinds had filled the meditation room. After the evening meditation session, The abbot entered the monk's meditation room and asked,
"Do you have enough straw sandals and umbrellas?"
Yes, it's enough.
The monk pointed to the pile of sandals and umbrellas, stacked high like a small mountain in the corner of the room.
It's too much. I can't carry all.
"How can it be? The weather can be unpredictable, with rain and sunshine. Who can predict how far you'll have to travel, and how many times you'll face rain and wind? What if the straw sandals wear out, and you lose the umbrella? What will you do then?"
Pausing for a moment, he continued,
"On the journey, you will undoubtedly encounter many rivers and streams. Tomorrow, I will ask the believers to donate a boat for you. Take it along."
At this point, the monk understood the master's intention. He bowed down and said,
Disciple will depart immediately and won't bring anything with me.
This story teaches us that when doing anything, the crucial factor isn't the meticulously prepared external objects, but our determination. When we have determination and a clear goal, everything else isn't a problem or obstacle. Carry your heart on the journey. No matter how far the goal is, the path is right beneath your feet. Just keep moving, and you will get there. Taking even just one step means you have gained something. As long as you bring your heart along, everything else will be sufficient. And of course, procrastination shouldn't be one of our habits. Let's learn to simplify our lives, to achieve our goals as quickly as possible. Stoic philosophers believe that we should focus on developing our inner world, rather than external material values. Therefore, if possible, approach the values of life with a light and easygoing mindset. 3. Look at everything with positivity. In life, the ability to view everything with positivity is the key that opens the door to exploration and spiritual growth for each individual. Every entity on this planet holds its own value, a profound meaning that, when understood and appreciated correctly, can help us not only change our thinking, but also our lives. Even from the clouds drifting across the sky, we can learn lessons about ease and freedom. The gentle breeze teaches us about flexibility and being unburdened. Every type of plant, whether small or large, represents life and the ability to adapt to the surrounding environment. Even tiny things like grains of sand carry stories of time and miraculous transformations. In the third lesson of today's video, I will share with you a very famous story about the value of a rock. Have you ever heard about it? A student asked his teacher,
"Dear teacher, what is the value of life?"
The teacher handed a rock to the student and instructed,
Take this rock to the market, but don't sell it. Just observe how much people are willing to pay for it.
Following the teacher's instructions, the student took the rock to the market. People couldn't understand why he was trying to sell such an ugly rock. After sitting all day, a compassionate street vendor approached and offered $1 for the rock. The student returned with the rock and sighed.
"Teacher, nobody wants to buy this ugly rock. Luckily, someone felt sorry for me and bought it for $1.
The teacher smiled and said,
Well done. Tomorrow, take the rock to a gold shop and try to sell it. Remember, even if the gold shop owner wants to buy it, you must not sell it.
The student was surprised when the gold shop owner offered $500 for the rock. Excitedly, he asked the teacher why this happened. The teacher laughed and explained,
Tomorrow, take it to an antique shop. But absolutely don't sell it. Just inquire about the price.
Following the teacher's advice, after a thorough examination, the antique shop owner offered a sum equivalent to his entire current wealth for the rock. The student, adamant not to sell, hurried back to share the story with the teacher. It was then that the teacher slowly said,
In reality, the rock is a precious ancient gem, worth a fortune, just like the value of life. Some understand and appreciate it, while others don't. For those who don't comprehend or feel its worth, life may seem worthless. Yet, for those who understand, it's as valuable as a fortune. The rock remains the same, and so does life. The only thing that makes a difference is your understanding and how you perceive life.
Therefore, with a positive perspective, we not only face everything more openly, but also broaden our vision. Each person will define and price the values of life differently. But as long as you carry a beautiful perspective for all things, your world will become much more enjoyable, regardless of how your life changes. No matter the difficulties you face, always remember the advice of Stoic philosophers. You have the ability to make your life valuable, and only you can decide everything in your life. 4. Focus on values of happiness. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In this quote, Emperor Marcus Aurelius emphasized the crucial role of thoughts in building personal happiness. He understood that it's not external factors such as emotions, material possessions, or peripheral successes, but rather our internal state that determines the level of happiness in life. Conversely, when we focus on values of happiness, we also open the door to positive changes in our perspectives on life experiences in a profound way. Focusing on values of happiness is akin to placing a needle on the surface of a compass. Subsequently, it guides us in shaping the direction of our lives. The pursuit of happiness isn't about chasing material possessions or temporary fame. Instead, it involves identifying core values and things that bring true meaning. Contentment doesn't come from material ownership, but from understanding oneself and living by ethical and spiritual principles. In this journey, gratitude is also a crucial element of focus. Valuing the small things in life, cherishing ordinary yet precious moments, will help us face each day with a more optimistic mindset. Consequently, we carry within us an attitude always ready to confront challenges. Life never truly changes until we change how we perceive its values. By concentrating on values of happiness, we not only transform ourselves, but also spread happiness to those around us, creating a positive chain reaction and meaningfully changing lives. 5. Action is the key. Theron, a young man living in a secluded village nestled in the idyllic valley of ancient Greece, always believed that his life was exceedingly dull. He pondered over difficulties and felt that his life lacked any particular meaning. One day, when Theron was sitting disheartened under an apple tree, he spotted a gentle philosopher named Callias visiting the village. With just a cursory glance, Callias immediately sensed the loss in Theron's soul. Unable to watch a healthy young man lose enthusiasm for life, Callias decided to share a secret with him.
Theron, action is the key to unlocking the door of life.
Callias said, looking directly into Theron's eyes with a sparkling gaze.
If you want to change your thoughts or perception of life, start with positive actions.
With only 2 simple and concise sentences, Callias successfully captured Theron's attention. Theron focused, listened, and decided to follow the philosopher's advice. Theron began his journey with small actions such as helping neighbors, planting trees to improve the air quality, or even seeking job opportunities to contribute to the common work of the entire village. As Theron's positive actions spread throughout the village, changes began to appear in his thoughts, in his personal life, and even in the broader community. Not only Theron, but those around him also began to feel the positivity and freshness within him. From then on, Theron's life became more vibrant and meaningful, making him an inspiration to those around him. Witnessing Theron's transformation, the villagers began to wonder about the young man's secret. Without hesitation, Theron comfortably expressed to those around him that it wasn't a miraculous power or magic, but simply the ability to perform positive actions. Over time, Theron became a shining example in the valley. His story spread among people with the secret that action is the key to changing one's thoughts, building a meaningful and happy life. Stoic philosophers teach us that to change our thoughts about life, it's crucial always to act. This isn't just an idea, not a single action, but a connected chain. Each step in this chain contributes significantly to our journey of self-development. In this way, we become more proactive and independent in shaping our lives, rather than letting life control us. Life never truly changes until we change our perception of its values. By focusing on the values of happiness, we not only change ourselves, but also spread happiness to those around us, creating a positive chain reaction and meaningfully transforming lives. Through today's video, we have explored ideas that help change our perspective on our entire lives. If you find the content we share helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying us on the next journeys. Thank you for watching our video, and we look forward to meeting you in the next times.